Alright guys, welcome back to this Punt Factor, bringing you some more green-white Value Town. Jumping into another league here, we are currently 1-0. We just played against Merfolk. Plague Engineer, awesome card. So many times I've been like, man, I would like just to strictly go green-white and not have to splash black. But man, Plague Engineer is just too good right now, especially against like Thopter Sword. That card is just amazing versus that deck. So, yeah. Aven Mind Sensor as well, MVP. Love this card. For sure. Especially currently. This whole primetime Field of the Dead jazz. Gotta shut it down. Gotta shut it down. Even Mind Sensor. Look how boss he is too. Seriously. Dude's amazing. So is this guy. Collector Oof. I like calling Kitchen Finks. Well, what do I call it? I think it's like Kitchen Oof or something amazing. But this card's incredible too. The interactions with Oofy of the Kitchen variety and Heliod of the Crown of the Sun variety is just super sweet. I'm so happy with this deck, it's unrealistic. I think Knight of the Reliquary is still my favorite modern card. Anytime I get to play with Knight in any sort of capacity is just a happy day. Okay, so real land heavy, but we have Path for early interaction. I mean, Courser's a little weak, but it's fine. It is fine. Let's see what happens. Once upon a time. Are we playing another Field of the Dead deck? Where Courser does not matter. Now, if we get a Knight, we'll be doing okay. Yep. Looks like Amulet. Alright. So no turn 1 Amulet, which is good. Bird is right on time. So we have a path, which is nice. Looks like they're having a bit of a rough start. I might have spoke too soon. We'll see. Okay. Yeah, no Knight is... And not having a Ghost Quarter here in one of these utility lands is a little bit rough. Because right now... Oh. It's so nice. Because right now, Ghost Quartering that guy is where I want to be. Let's go ahead and pass the turn here. Ideally, we can Coco into a Knight. Dryad. Growl Turf. 3/4. So they're able to Titan next turn. Okay, they can Titan next turn. We do have Path for that. Let's go ahead and play our Blast Zone. And pass. They know we have Coco. Ideally, if they can't give him haste, then I feel like we wait. Instead of pathing, I feel like we collected company. Obviously, if they can give him haste, which they can't because they don't have an amulet. But if they can give him haste, then we're going to have to path. And then, yeah, so it looks like we're just going to... Whoa. Okay. Woof. So that Dryad needs to leave sooner rather than later. No doubt. Well, let's company to see if we hit Spike Feeder here. Well, we're alive. Damn. That's incredible. That could not have gone any better. Oh. 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 The turn of events. It's like, oh shit, triggers were dead. Wait, well, let's just Coco. Freaking hit a Finks, live at 1. Draw a card. Play Horizon Canopy. And we see a Spike Feeder underneath of it. Holy shit. That's amazing. All right. Sorry, that was just too good. So that goes away. Scavenging News doesn't matter too much. Night of Autumn is pretty solid. Take a Skews. Yeah, we could just take Skews out. I think I bring in... Plague Engineer isn't horrible. Just to... I think we're okay with that and not bringing in Plague. I was bringing in Plague Engineer for... Whoa, wait, no, Damping Sphere? No. Seriously? Oh, God, Damping Sphere needs to be here. Alright, dudes. Good hand. They can't beat Infinite Life. So... And this is more of a combo hand here. Sorry, guys. Okay, so they have a prime time, they have a Valakut. Gonna go ahead and grab a basic forest, and we're gonna play the bird. I like playing bird out first. If the plan is to play noble second, because then you can swing in the air for one. Small little thing that never actually matters, but I do it anyway. Gonna bolt here. No, Amulet. Okay. That's gonna help speed him up. So does that change anything that we wanted to do? Turn 2, we were going to play Heliod. Field of the Dead. Okay. So we can actually play this Gavany, and then we'll bring the Temple Garden in tapped. Oh, I mean, yeah, I had total mental lapse. Not play the Temple Garden so we don't have to shock it in. Next turn, if we have to, we'll play the Temple Garden, shock ourselves, and Coco. And we can also then play Kitchen Finks or Courser and then play this tapped if we're not in any danger of just losing. That was really impressive, that last game. Like, I was taken completely off guard by the Valakut triggers. And that stupid Dryad. The Dryad, which I mentioned earlier in the first video of this series, there's a Ballista. He might actually play the Ballista just to get rid of the bird. Yeah. But yeah, I mentioned earlier in the first video, like, that Dryad is 100% the most deadly thing in this deck. So there's a Knight, which is actually pretty sweet. Yeah, let's get a Knight down. Because then we can start churning. Like, we can either play Coco, we could play Courser, we could play Finks, and then we can crack, blow something up. There's a lot of things that we can do with Knight on the board. Just feel a little more comfortable having that utility. Because that Valakut, whew, that was some stuff there. Boreal Grazer. Okay, he's having a really slow start, which is probably good for us. Well, it obviously is good for us because we're not having the greatest start. He has a prime time in hand, so T West isn't really what I'm concerned about here. So why don't we play it a little slower. Let's play a Courser out. I don't really care about Blast Zone, but we'll go ahead. Always yield to that. Let's go there. And I definitely want to blow this Valakut up. We'll see what he's going to play. If he's going to... what land he's going to bounce. Okay. So he needs 2 blue for this. Yeah, we're going to go ahead, Ghost Quarter this Simic. There's Spike Feeder on top, which is really sweet. Or do we... No, I think we Ghost Quarter the Simic Growth Chamber. Thing is, he can go ahead and get an island and T-West anyway. Or not. Figured he would grab... Okay, he just concedes. Cool. Yeah, Amulet Sight, I mean, this deck is definitely built for that matchup. Um, you know, it's incidentally built for that matchup. Like, Value Town, I always felt had a pretty solid Amulet matchup, but now with this Heliod Spike Feeder thing, they just cannot beat it if you're able to get there. And we have enough tools in the deck to kind of keep them off of what they're trying to do, and we're going to get there. Very favorable matchup, and I think it's very well positioned currently. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I did want to touch on, I played this sort of all-in version. These Eldamri's calls are supposed to be Once Upon a Times, but whatever. I don't feel like buying them because I'm not super hot on this deck. But it has the Walking Ballista, it has the Archangel. It's like the typical combo version with Heliod. I don't like it all that much. Like, it's very powerful, but I feel like I lose so much not having Knight that, you know, if your opponent doesn't lose to infinite life, because you're really just gearing for, like, Heliod Spike Feeder, you know, or Heliod Kitchen Finks, Viscera Seer, Carry Viewer, some outlet to basically just go infinite. And I feel like if your opponent can beat infinite life, this deck has a much worse time dealing with those decks. I found myself really missing, like, Knight of the Reliquary, and not just because it is my favorite card, but the utility you get with, you know, Bajuka Bogs, Ghost Quarters, things of that nature. I think it's just way, way, way too important. Now, like, this deck is obscene and it's very good. It's just very one-dimensional. Now, you know, when you get Anafenza going and you get all this other crap, like, once the engine is online, it is very grindy, so that's a lot of fun. And you also have the Walking Ballista backup combo, which is sweet. So, like, the deck is super good. Like, I'm not saying it's not good. It is. It's actually probably better than my Value Town. But I just felt like it was tougher in a lot of the matchups that I was used to, like, playing. And that could be experience. You know, I've been playing this version for quite some time now. But, that's my 2 cents, guys. But, all right, stay tuned for League Match 3. This is Pun Factor bringing you all the green-white Value Town. More to come, guys.